I'll get into it later when we talk about it. But we ready?
Just about, yeah. Pull those in closer, gents.
Yeah.
You've used microphones before, haven't you?
I know you have
Once or
at least.
twice.
Yeah. Talking about napalm.
Sweet music.
Click clack.
I love that
Can
song.
everybody hear? Is anything too loud?
I can hear everything.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Welcome to the Irrelevant and Illiterate Podcast. I am Dennis. That is Tom. Mike is in Italy somewhere throwing Parmesan on himself.
Getting yelled at by Gord.
With us this week, we have Justin and Adrian from DC's MortalGround. Boys, thank you for coming up.
What's up? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Muzzle.
Well, thanks for having me. I don't know about Adrian.
Always happy to have Adrian.
I love this dynamic, dude.
Yeah. Driving multiple hours in separate cars, like divorced parents,
I feel like
to a soccer game, dude.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror.
I'm keeping the podcast.
Good.
Fine, Sheila.
We really are the same.
Yeah. But let's get into MortalGround. What you were previously in Consumed with Hatred for a very long time.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
led
too
to
long.
that ending and MortalGround starting?
Oh, jeez. It just wasn't feasible for us to keep it going because the drummer had like a lot of other things going on in his life.
Typical
and,
drummer.
We had a little bit of a falling out towards the end, and just kind of parted ways on that.
Yeah.
So.
And then you got briefly rebranded as like Consumed and had like mostly new guys.
Yeah, pretty much. But then I realized, you know what, this probably doesn't need rehabilitating, and we could just start a new band. So that's what I did. There's actually another band that hasn't released stuff yet, but we just did 5 songs with Len.
Nice.
It's probably going to be coming out before the end of the year.
Nice.
Hopefully, knock on wood. I don't know if this is wood. We'll call it wood.
It's wood-esque.
Yeah.
It's for
Yeah.
wood purposes.
So
I like Len.
what led
Wood.
to
He's all right.
MortalGround? What led from you also, because you previously were a guitar player / singer.
Yeah.
What led you to just stepping on, going completely microphone?
I'm kind of like, I think the main thing is sucking at doing both.
It's hard, man.
But then, like, I guess the other thing is, like, on a slightly more serious note, I wanted to focus a little bit more on, like, the message and, like, the interaction and not having to tune. What a pain in the ass tuning a guitar is.
Dude, guitar sucks.
Yeah.
It also sucks for the other guys in your band when they have to wait for you to tune
Yeah,
between
seriously.
songs. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
fucking-
brutal.
I'm sitting at the drums just looking.
And I see what you're saying
The
about
fuck are you looking at? I'm looking
like-
at you, asshole.
concentrating on like the message and the words and stuff. It's like, how many times have you gone to see a band and like, you kind of want to like, and especially in hardcore and punk rock, you kind of want to like do the whole sing along thing, but you can't really fuck with the guy's mic stand because he's holding his guitar and shit like that too. You don't want to fuck him up.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes away when a band doesn't have a quote unquote front man.
Yeah, seriously. You know, I don't know. I mean, it works for some people. I don't think it really. I don't feel like I was really built that way, so I kind of got away
Yeah.
from it. But,
Yeah, some people can pull it off.
yeah.
Some weirdos can do it about sitting behind a drum kit.
Fuck,
That's
fuck
fucking
those people.
insane.
Fuck those people.
Fucking Phil Collins and shit. Ugh.
Drums is hard enough by itself.
But also, DC, you're also doing, is it still called Domestic Terror Productions?
It's mostly him, but I try and take as
Yeah.
much credit as I can.
You guys are doing a lot down there.
Yeah.
Like, you got at least a show a month pretty much, right?
Yeah, at least.
And you guys are getting some really cool shit coming through. And how is that, like, going? Is the response good? Is it where you want it to be? Do you think it could be bigger? Or
It could be bigger, but I'm not sure that I really want that. It's one of those things where I go back and forth, where I've gotten some big bands, like I've gotten Agnostic Front, I've gotten like Earth Crisis, and like that's dope to get these bands that, you know, you grew up listening to, and
Yeah.
it's really dope when it's someone like you have their posters on your wall and shit. But at the same time, when you get into that level, you're not really dealing with bands anymore or friends. You're dealing with agents
Managers.
and managers
Managers, yeah.
and guarantees and contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just tried to do our first fest, you know, that's going to come up in December. And when I first started booking it, I was shooting for being like, we're going to be like the This Is Hardcore of DC, you know?
yeah.
And I was talking to a lot of big bands, and then it just got crazy, and it was a huge nightmare. And like what we ended up with is a really good fest, but we're mostly keeping it to like regional bands that we're friends with.
Good.
Like Year of the Knife is headlining like the Saturday show.
Oh yeah, I saw that flyer today.
I was gonna say I think I just saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then all the other bands, it's mostly Baltimore, you know, and DC bands that we played with, bands that we're friends with. So it's just so much chiller when you keep it in the family like that.
Yeah, and
That's
you
a-
can just
that's a-
just shoot somebody a text.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for a fest like first year too.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's fun to do the big shows, and it's fun to have agnostic fronts and all them. But you know, there's a lot of stress over having to make the money and having to
Yeah.
get the ticket sales.
I always found it more fun when I used to book. Was like for the price I could like play to get like a gigantic headliner, I could just get 3 middle of the road headliners. Be 100% sure I was going to make enough money to pay them,
Yeah.
and 100% sure that it wasn't going to be an issue if maybe I did come up short. You didn't have to deal with managers. You didn't have to sign papers, and you know, so it just was a lot less of a headache. Then you know, once you know it's DC, it's a big metropolitan area. Eventually, the fest is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can start making that a little easier on yourself to get bigger bands. But
Well, that's the plan.
I feel like DC is like partly because like how transient it is. Like
Yeah.
there's more of like a requirement to get like younger and newer bands on to like kind of keep it hip and fresh,
yeah,
hip hop anonymous.
you gave him a hard one.
All the easy ones. I don't know how. I can probably count on one hand how many people I've met who are from DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not from DC. I'm
I-
from LA.
I think maybe 2 people I've met in my life. Everybody else has been a Northern Virginia person,
Yeah, let alone bands.
or like fucking Brian from Iron Price is Silver Springs.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
yeah, because it's mostly I think the younger kids would always be like, you don't want to like talk bad about them saying they're rich kids, but a lot of them were like the sons and daughters of, you know, senators and shit like that coming through, and just like, but then after like the term's up, they disappear. They go on to wherever their parent gets sent to next, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of like what I used to deal with in Delaware. Is like you can only count on Delaware for a certain amount of people back then, so you really had to do almost more flyering in like Southern PA or Northern Maryland, you know,
Yeah.
so just to hedge your bets. I mean, but DC was always like every time I've ever been to a show or played a show in DC, it was always one of the 2 extremes. It was either 0 people there or a fuck ton of people there.
Yeah.
And it could be, you can go see, I don't know, let's just throw Madball at the wall. Madball play there. You go there, be like 500 kids, like this is sick. And then you go get in to see Madball again there like the next year, and there's like 30.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck happened?
You know, some people really, really dropped the ball on promoting too. Like,
Yeah.
because shows happen, and like me and Adrian were talking about this the other day. Like, shows happen, and like I don't really even find out about it until it's
Yeah.
like I see the flyer, and like, oh, that was a week ago. How the, you know?
Hate it.
Because you gotta really either go to every show to catch every flyer,
Yeah.
or you gotta follow a certain Instagram page, a certain Facebook page that posts all like the local show flyers.
Yeah.
And you don't have shit like really blogs and message boards anymore where you always had that
Right.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like social media is dope, but the message boards was a special thing
So much better.
because it's one place where everyone could go, and it wasn't an algorithm
No, it
sending
was-
it out.
yeah,
Fucking chronological, man.
Like we
Yeah.
had the Fear board in DC,
yeah,
and everyone knew to go there, you know, and it had all the hardcore metal and punk in there. But now most kids, you just gotta hope it pops up in your stories or in your feed, and that you see it.
yeah,
Yeah. Or hopefully their friend who they follow reposts it, who they happen to look at their stories more than a couple times, and they'll actually see it.
And the older you get,
Bullshit.
you're going to less local shows, which means you're picking up less paper flyers.
Yeah.
So it's just shit just really starts. You start just missing a lot of stuff.
Well, it's also like the idea of like you get in these side discussions with people, and that's how I hear about a lot of shows. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's not even the flyer thing. It's just like, hey, are you going to see XYZ? You know,
Yeah.
next week. you know,
I didn't
like,
fucking know about it.
That's a thing.
Right.
Last week we had Tommy from No Solace. You know Tommy. He was in Garland Green.
Oh yeah,
That guy?
yeah.
And we had him come through on the podcast, and he informed us that he's playing a show in Delaware that neither of us had a fucking clue about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes, like 12 minutes from here.
Yeah. Or like, he's like, oh, I'm playing Delaware. We're like, what? Where? When? Like, huh? We didn't hear fucking shit about it.
Yo, is that super like low effort, like pay to play shit like still going on?
Not
like, Is
really.
it still a thing here? Because I noticed that that's like less of a thing now.
It kind of got ran out.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of a pay to play show in
Yeah.
Honestly,
more
I
than
think
10 years.
Baltimore was the last city to get the memo.
Okay.
And it's not a slight against Baltimore
As,
either.
as
Just,
usual. No offense.
you just had a lot of those guys in like the Baltimore area. There was Zach Oler
Yeah. I know
from
what you're talking
Strong
about.
Intention.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, no one's ever heard. Yeah, it's like, oh, do you guys want to? He'd always ask us to be like, you guys want to play? We got on a show. Was like, do you want to play with Antidote and Agnostic Front? We're like, yeah, sure, okay. We figure it's just a show.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, here's the bands playing. It's just like 4 bands. You're like, all right, cool, yeah, no problem. And then he sends you the flyer, and it's those 4 bands at the top, but then there's like 8 bands below, and it's like, it's a Thursday. It starts at 9. You're like,
Oh, for God's
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know. And then there's always the argument because people who do the pay to play thing, they're like they become like ideologues about it and like, you know, like this is how shows should be. And like they hear a response like, "No, man, I'm not going to pay to play." And it's like,
Not a
Yeah.
"Well,
chance.
technically it's not pay to play because you're going to be a walking talking ticket booth." And I'm
It's
just like, "Dude, does money have to leave my pocket
To play.
and go into your hand
Yeah.
before we play?" Like, "Well, technically that's called paying."
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's a bringer show.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically, yes. And luckily, Zach never made us like pay anything or even sell tickets.
Yeah.
But that just means he knew the show was beat,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't sell enough tickets. So he's like, "Oh, these assholes will drag out at least 20 people."
You know who kind of did that a little bit too was Chuck Steller.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But he wouldn't do it like full on like all tickets are pay to play, but he would make some bands pay to play.
Yeah,
But
like
band-
which is fine. Like, it's not fine, but you kind of get it when it's like 1 or 2 openers, just
Yeah,
2.
they're paying their dues, kind of.
But a lot of those guys, they hedge their bets. It would be like 8.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, first you're like, okay, we're playing second on a 4-band show, no big deal.
I seem to remember him
Then
being
you go
like,
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I seem to remember him also being like, if you can sell 10 tickets, like that's fine.
You got 10 friends, right? And you
No.
don't want to be the asshole when you're younger. It's just like, well, yeah, we got way more than 10.
He never really pushed it super hard, and he
No.
didn't do it for long either.
No, not at all. But
He was a good guy.
Zach Oler was. There was 1 or 2 other guys too, and further out, Western PA. There's another guy did it out in Frederick, Maryland. What the fuck?
Yeah,
forget-
Cafe 611.
Yeah, that guy. I forget his fucking name.
Actually, Zach Oler used to do a lot of shows there.
Yeah, he tried to get us out
Yeah.
there, and I remember Travis was
I
like, "I'm
went to
not
I went
going
to a
out to
handful.
Frederick on a fucking Wednesday."
The biggest
is-
problem with the pay to play is that you get bands who are willing to pay to play. So it's not like you're getting the best show possible. You're getting Agnostic Front or whoever with whatever jerk off bands who are
Yeah.
willing to take that deal.
Exactly.
So then when people come to the show, they're just like, wow, this scene sucks.
Yeah,
And
it seems like a
it's
talent
'cause
show.
those are the
Yeah.
bands that are willing to do it. Like the good bands, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you go to like a hardcore show or a punk show. You maybe you don't expect to see all punk or all hardcore, but you at least want to see something that's punk and hardcore adjacent.
Yeah.
Whereas you would show up, like say you show up, one of the pay to plays we played for Zach was Candiria, and like one of the bands was like a straight up like ska band.
Yeah.
One band was straight up nu metal, and it was just like, this is fucking weird.
Perfect.
So you got to sit through 3 hours of that to get to even something remotely like what you want to listen to and see.
Yeah, I saw that band Pain with an exclamation point way too many
Oh.
times in my life.
Played with those guys at the Agnostic Front show, actually. Them and a band called Optimist Prime.
I feel like there
Oh,
are some
I remember
bands.
those dudes.
Yeah.
I feel like there are some bands when they all get together around a table and decide
Yeah.
what they want to do. Like some of them are just like, we want to pay to play.
Yeah.
That's our business model.
Crazy.
That's our thing.
It's weird. They're always like, a lot of them are super young, so you're like, okay, you'll figure it out
Yeah,
eventually.
They don't know shit.
You'll eventually
otherwise.
figure it out. Like your 10th, 11th show, you're like, we have more self-respect than this. Let's not do this
Right,
again.
once you're a couple years in.
But then you see those bands of guys like my age, like in their 40s, and you're just like, what are you doing, man? You have a wife and kids at home. Like, what are you doing?
like, what are you selling them to your coworkers?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know to be the 13th beatdown band on a sheer terror show? Like, come on, man.
You're playing in the
Stop it.
parking lot.
oof.
Yeah. You're not getting shit. You might sell a t-shirt. Like, and it's not like, I guess they go playing these shows thinking like that the headliner is like going to be so impressed by them that they take them on tour. And it's just unrealistic and all. But I think that's a dead way to do things.
Yeah, sometimes I think there was pay-to-play venues more so than there were promoters, if that makes any sense.
Your old stomping grounds, Pennsylvania used to have tons of those places.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Hangar 84 was like that in South Jersey.
There's that one place in Lemoyne.
Champ.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. I never went there, but man, I don't think I ever heard a good story about that.
There was a
place.
I have
couple
not.
legit hardcore shows there that were good and everything, but a lot of it, like the non-hardcore dudes that you knew, were like pay-to-play-esque shows.
Yeah.
But it was
Those
a huge place. It's like, this makes no sense.
those were all those like Lancaster metalcore kids,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
yeah.
of the early 2010s and
Yeah.
before, like the August Burns Red type kids.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They would those shows would make so much money because they drew so many kids. All the Christian kids would all flock to those shows because all their friends were in the bands and shit.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if
Just
a lot of the
learn what
shows that
moshing
came through
is.
Delaware at the Harmony Grange,
There was a couple.
I would have spent some of them. Like Harry probably made fucking people, the openers, pay like sell tickets
I wouldn't be surprised.
at all. Because he did all those swoop hair, crabcore shows and shit.
They would
Yeah.
they would pack those shows.
They
out,
would.
though.
They
Yeah.
would. I mean, like, you talk shit on it, but like then you see like the line around the block to get into it. You're like, all right, yes.
I knew many people who would just stand at the door and just sell tickets at the door.
Yeah. I used to get asked to work security at some of those things.
Did Crabcore like come back yet? Because I,
bet
feel
it's-
like all
it's-
the bad trends are
Never
like coming
die,
back.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
got to be right around the corner, man.
Yeah. I guess that's next.
Everything
I think-
comes back eventually.
I think any minute now. That CU Space Cowboy band was trying to bring it back hard.
Yeah.
The Sasscore thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Like Sasscore?
full on
Remember like old bands like Daughters and shit like that?
Like-
Like used to
Yeah.
wear like makeup.
full on white belt shit.
Yeah. Dudes in makeup that weren't trans. You know what I mean? Like they just did it for
Yeah.
funsies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And any second now, there's going to be bands like that. I bet.
Yeah, I think that's next.
I
It's
used
all
to-
a cycle.
I do love, speaking of crowdcore, is like when you see like a hardcore band play and like you can tell one of the members used to be into that stuff because he starts doing like the crab stance, like playing like legit hardcore. You're
Muscle
like,
Yeah.
memory.
I see where you came from. I see your roots, man. Welcome to the team, but I see your roots, buddy.
He has some kind of nice setup and shit.
Yeah, it's like when a girl has like blonde hair, but you see the black roots. You're like, I know where you came from.
Like your clothes may be those
Yeah.
jeans may be Abercrombie
Yeah.
and Fitch, but they're gearheads too.
Like it's eventually he'll work it out of his system. His jeans will get bigger. His belt will get darker. But another thing I wanted to talk to you about, Justin.
So?
We have had this conversation, just the two of us, numerous times. There is a lot because MortalGround is a very, from what I hear, is a political band.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, and you're one of the guys, one of the few people in my life, one of my friends that actually really puts up or shut up about his politics. Like, you're not just the guy who's going to post like a square on Instagram or put a certain type of flag or hashtag in his socials. You're actually a boots on the ground protest guy.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, and do you think that a lot of that type of actual like political bands that actually do stuff like that is prevalent enough, or it needs to be quit being like these performative guys?
No, I think probably what's even a lot of people like to say a lot without saying anything of substance.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. And I think that that's probably the next thing that like really needs to change. But at the same time, you know, I think there's a lot of bands out there who feel strongly about things but cannot, maybe don't feel comfortable articulating it in that type of medium too. So I think there's a little bit of both. But there definitely, to speak to your general question, I think that there should be a lot more boots on the ground with bands that, you know, do their speeches and, you know, make their merch with their slogans and stuff like that on it. You know,
They love to print a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. And I do too. And you know, the way that I see it is like it's a process in a sense. And if we're going to assume good intention, we're all going to the same place, and maybe they're comfortable doing this first and then this.
Yeah.
You know, so I try not to judge too harshly. But there are certain people who can't pass the sniff test. It's like, what are you actually saying? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to? Are you just trying to position yourself in a certain way?
Do you care after you hit post?
Yeah. One of those deals, you know.
Or the benefit show thing has gotten very big, and I've always felt weird about those, because I understand wanting to do something, and a lot of people don't have a lot of resources. Like, none of us are rich. None of us can really throw money at Palestine or cops or whatever the issue is that you want to protest. So I understand the instinct to want to do something, and we can throw shows. But a lot of times I feel like the show is really benefiting the bands more than the Palestinians, you know? Yeah. It's really just a way to get extra eyes on your band. Yeah. And you wonder where the self-servingness ends and where the doing good work starts. But then at the same time, are you saying they shouldn't be doing it? It's a complicated thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that got to be worried about when you start drawing lines like that as an artist. Because at some point, if your purity test gets harder and harder, you kind of start to look like a gatekeeper. And I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally,
I don't know. It's a balance.
We used to do, I hate to keep bringing up when I used to book shows, but one of the things was there was a lot of places that would only let you book a show if it was a benefit.
Yeah.
So we would scramble to find something. You know, it would end up being like Toys for Tots or something like that.
To benefit D's.
Just so, yeah. But we didn't give a fuck about the tots or the toys. We wanted to have a show. So I think a lot of people do stuff like that. But another thing I wanted to ask you about is, like, also coming up, there was a lot of bands who musically I did not care for, but I always respected them just because they actually did put their money where their mouth was. Like, for instance, there was a pop punk band called Propaganda.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good to me, right? But that guy, I don't know the singer's name, but he would have like these super political lyrics and these really kind of bubblegummy pop punk stuff. And do you think that's a smart way to deliver a very, very overtly political message, is in a very digestible form of music, like a poppy punk rock band? Like, is that a way smarter way to, because it's going to get out to a broader audience than someone who's playing like power violence and doing it?
It's essentially the only way, you know. So I mean, if you look at Plato's The Cave, you know, who actually read that in detail?
Not me.
We haven't, but we watched The Matrix, which expresses the exact same thing. It's just in a more modern context. And I think in terms of being a member of the culture and being an artist, like, that's basically what you have to do. I mean, even people that play stuff that's, you know, a little bit more abrasive, like let's say grindcore or whatever, that's what they're doing. They're playing the music because, you know, they're into it, and, you know, there's other people that are going to be into it, and that's how they're reaching people, you know. But
because, like, I was never a fan of Rage Against the Machine, but I like the fact that they were getting messages out to huge, like, audiences of people.
Yeah.
Like, what's more effective, that or some stinky crust punk band playing to their 25 friends who were most likely already on board with that message?
Right. Yeah.
Whereas, like, someone like Rage Against the Machine or Propaganda are playing to, like, to these fucking weird-ass jock crowd. Like, even if you got 1 out of 100 people to be like, I'm going to look more into that,
Yeah.
You know, like read the lyrics and actually like I want to go see what he's fucking talking about.
Yeah.
And maybe go to like that's a good thing.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that listen to Rage, and it's just like 20 years later, they're just like, what is he talking about? And like, you know, they start Googling ChatGPT, whatever, and they're just like, oh, wow. And, you know.
Like, I didn't know who the fuck Che Guevara was before
Yeah.
I heard Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I just thought he was the T-shirt guy.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the guy from the shirt of the beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop band. Like, oh yeah, but
They play Bulls on Parade and Crazy Bitch. That's my favorite band.
yeah. It's funny. One of the things that's funny is like the most meathead jock dudes were like the biggest fans of that band when I was in high school,
Ironic.
and it's like,
Yeah.
but it's just be funny if like 3 years after high school, one of those meathead jocks, you see him just like at a local protest, just completely normed out and just like fucking holding the sign. You're like, they got somebody. They got somebody.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking sick thing to
It's
do.
a net positive.
That rules.
Yeah.
Another thing that you and I have talked about repeatedly is specifically my generation and the generation above me. A lot of them have really gone off the rails. And I don't really, I mean like going like completely, when I say conspiracy theory, I don't mean like legit conspiracy where like it's kind of like, yeah, you should look into that.
Yeah.
But like the real weird flat earth, you know, people are lizards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know they are. But it's just like a lot of like, I don't fault that from dudes that I always knew were meatheads.
Yeah.
You're like, that guy has always been a dummy.
Mhm.
This makes sense. But it's weird when, like, especially coming up in, like, the punk rock scene or the hardcore scene, it's like, how do you go full, like, pro-cop, you know, super... Like, I don't think anybody involved in any kind of punk rock or hardcore music should vouch for any politician, regardless of their party. Like, you shouldn't be, like, you know, into any politicians.
Yeah.
And it's just weird, especially my generation, the generation above me, that a lot of them have done that. But it's only been within the last 5 years, 6 years. What do you think led to that? And do you think it's going to keep happening to the people younger than me and even people of your generation and below?
Well, I think people are looking for answers, and if they kind of make sense, then that's what they're going to go with, and that's why these, they call them, I think the expression is comfort cults, like kind of like proliferate in a system where you have like total economic desperation. Like, okay, yeah, that, let's say Alex Jones, he's giving me answers. They're bullshit.
Yeah.
But he's saying it confidently, and you know, it kind of holds together a little bit until you start scrutinizing it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that. So we're going to compartmentalize it, and we're going to, you know. But what you know, like flat earthers, like this is a thing.
Dude, they're entertaining as fuck.
I'm not asking you to name names, but like,
I do. I do.
dude, that is
I work with
wild.
I do as well. He's not like work with us every day, but every once in a while, if you need like a third or fourth guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He talks about the ice wall and
Dude,
everything.
yeah.
Wow.
I got
Yeah.
one of those at work too. He will talk your ear off about anything and everything that he's heard on a YouTube video. It's all he needs is that evidence.
He
you know?
did hit me with one conspiracy theory that I had never heard before until recently. Are you aware of? I think this happened around the Great Depression or maybe before the Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That happened in like the Midwest. It was like just like a bunch of dust went up in the atmosphere and like
It's because they farmed the soil so much
Yes.
that the soil died.
Oh wow.
yeah, and like
And
there was like
because there was no such thing as crop rotation or anything yet.
like the whole like farm belt was just dead, right? So this thing was just the Dust Bowl. Like nothing was in the air but dust.
It was. I think it was post depression.
It just fucked everything up. He is convinced that wasn't what was happening. That's everything because they called it the Dust Bowl because it was actually just dust because of everything was dead and just, you know, in the air. He thinks that's when the government started seeding people with chemicals and mind control stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why would they have to wait till then?
I don't know. It was just
perfect
it's just fun to listen to, but I just don't get. I mean, how a lot like it's really weird when like the really like dudes who were really adamant about that shit back in like the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s about being anti-government, anti-cop, and all that shit. Now all of a sudden they back the blue. They are fucking either diehard Republicans or Democrats, and it's just like, what do you like?
Well, the internet and social media definitely exaggerates the issue, because people, even weirdos and crazy people or dumb people, humans are all generally social by nature.
Yeah.
And what the internet and social media provides is validation for weird ideas. Like some dude in 1973 might have thought, maybe the earth is flat. And then that idea just dies. He's got nowhere to share it, nowhere to bounce it off. But now someone has that idea, or they hear it somewhere, they Google it. There's thousands of people on there are going to be like, nah, dude, you're not crazy. You're not dumb. This shit's real.
You're not crazy. Start a podcast.
You know? And then it becomes more mainstream with like Joe Rogan and Alex Jones and all these other people, like the guy who got shot. Like there's just all these voices out there. Any voice you want to, any idea you have, no matter right, left, middle, there's thousands of people on the internet who are going to, you know, parrot it back to you and make you not feel alone. And it keeps these ideas alive, and then they grow.
Plus, algorithms are built to keep you on your phone and keep you on the app. So the more you pull a thread, the more you watch. If you watch a video all the way to its end, it's going to send you 5 more, 6 more.
Oh yeah.
Right away. Or if your phone, like, it is like real tinfoil hatty, but kind of not. If you fucking talk about it and your phone hears you talk about it, it's going to be in your feed.
Dude,
go ahead.
Dude, here's a thing that I used to do. You can't do it anymore, so don't try. They don't actually show up. A thing that I used to do if somebody pissed me off is I would send them Mormons. You could go online to the Mormon missionary and be like, yo, this is this guy's address. He needs to be informed of the miracles of Joseph Smith. Yo, seriously, it used to be like when I was in college, they would fucking legitimately show up and they'd you know, be dressed to the nines with their Mormon stuff.
So like a peaceful version of swatting?
Yeah. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's
wait.
Great.
No, wait. Seriously, why am I talking about this?
Because you can send
Oh,
it to
yeah.
them.
So I would send people Mormons, and then I would I end up seeing ads in my social media feed for like, you know, you need to connect with the community of Joseph Smith and the, you know, the Book of Mormon, and you know, you should buy this and that, and
your fun had backfired.
yeah, seriously.
Did you ever get curious and look?
No, I might tonight though.
I mean, I would have.
He had gold tablets, dude. Those things are so sick.
And
Yeah.
you can't see them.
Yeah, right? Some
Only
of the
he
Dead Sea
can.
Scrolls only way more bitching.
Well, our phones are listening. Maybe we're all gonna see like Mormon shit on our feeds
Honestly, we
tonight.
probably will.
Yeah.
But another funny thing is two things. One is how I understand people don't believe media outlets like, you know, ABC, NBC.
It's all bought
anything.
and
Like
paid
I
for,
get
of
that.
course.
And I understand it, and I don't believe most of it.
Yeah.
But it's funny that they won't believe them, but they will believe like Steve in his kitchen with very bad lighting, wearing a cum-stained hoodie,
Front-facing camera.
you know, just like, and like be like nose to the fucking lens, just like, where's Flat? And it's like, oh yeah, that guy's fucking a truth teller.
I mean, he's on YouTube, so.
Yeah,
Right.
Not everybody get on there, but it's also funny that Flat Earth was a huge thing pre-flight, like pre-Wright brothers and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like almost like the common thought
That
back
long
then.
ago? Well,
Yeah.
They don't know.
And like, and then like, no, everybody after that, like say, let's say the 1900s came around, everybody's like, shut up, dude, there's fucking around. We all know that shit by now. But then it has like its pockets of flat Earth renaissance.
Yeah.
Like every 30 years, it's like that movie Jeepers Creepers. Like every 30 years is like,
Every
oh.
23rd spring.
Yeah. Someone's just like, no. Let him speak.
Yeah.
Ice wall, huh? Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's because like a lot of this stuff is predicated on the idea of asking questions of very firmly established ideas in
Yeah.
our society. Like, you can't explain this, therefore this other argument must be right.
Yeah.
Whereas you're really just telling me you don't know something. Like I can't really explain whatever you're talking about
Right.
in terms of the atmosphere. That doesn't mean the Earth is flat. You don't have any
Yeah.
evidence for that.
Like your arms have to hurt from reaching so fucking
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I do think you should ask a ton of questions, and that's kind of what there was that. I think he was a basketball player, Irving. Tom, do you like records?
I love records.
Who doesn't love records? Who doesn't love music of some sort?
Holes.
That's true. And if you find yourself in Salem, Ohio, check out State Street Records, proud sponsor of the Irrelevant and Illiterate podcast. Go see my buddy Josh Buck. Shop hours are all over his website at statestreetrecords.com. That's at 429 East State Street, Salem, Ohio. That's 429 East State Street, Salem, Ohio. Tell him Irrelevant and Illiterate sent you. Check out his huge collection of records, CDs, tapes, all genres, everything you can think of is there. He's open Sundays, and there's nothing else to do in Salem, Ohio. So go check out State Street Records. Tell him Dennis and Tom from Irrelevant and Illiterate sent you, and thank you very much.
Kyrie Irving.
He got into that conspiracy, like especially flat Earth and shit.
Yeah,
At
he did.
first, he was just like, "I'm not saying I believe it, but I think you should ask these questions," because he was just doubting scientists and science.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair enough, dude. I get you. But then, of course, he started buying into it. But I'm like, his original message was ask more questions, like hold like all these like scientists and officials feet to the fire and say, prove it. You know,
Yeah.
show us everything how you got to this conclusion. But a lot of people that say that, it's good to say that, but then when like just because the scientist doesn't immediately show it to you doesn't mean everything they've ever said is wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like, so a lot of these scientists are fucking dead. So it's like, you know, like Newton's dead. You're gonna stop believing in gravity just because he can't fucking back up his facts anymore. It's just, you know, they start off with good intentions of questioning things, and then they always just like,
What I really don't get about the flat Earth thing is why. Meaning, like, say if you want to say we faked the moon landing, okay, there's a motivation. The U.S. government is exaggerating their capabilities. They wanted to show the Russians, hey, we can do this thing that even they couldn't do. There's a legit reason behind it where you can say, okay, maybe. But who does a flat Earth? What does it matter either way?
what's the benefit?
Yeah,
age-old-
who's making money off of the idea of a round Earth, you know?
The
Steve.
For the globe people.
Fucking Steve.
Yeah.
nailed it.
Well, I've said it on here before, and it's an unpopular opinion that I have.
To what end?
I do believe the moon landing was faked. Here's why. I believe we were in the middle of the Cold War at this time. We wanted to one-up the Russians, and we knew the Russians were fucking getting there. So we faked the moon landing. And then we did actually go a couple years later, but you can't say anything about it because you've already said we've already been.
Well, see, I have my own theory on this, and it's now I
I
don't necessarily
kinda do
believe
too.
this. I think we landed on the moon. You know, Neil Armstrong, Buzz
Yeah.
Aldrin, they did it. But if anything was faked, it's possible they faked the footage.
I was about to
I've
say
heard
They
that.
got there.
I'm right there with
The
you.
footage, the cameras didn't work. The cameras didn't, because that's. I mean, this camera might fail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In
And it has-
2025, filming on the moon in the 60s must have been a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, you can't
So
just
they
pop back
have-
home and get a new camera.
Yeah, so they had this great propaganda victory. They got to the moon first. The footage sucked, or it wasn't good. It might not have failed. It might have just sucked. And they're like, you know what?
They might have not thought to film it at all.
Yeah, and then they were like, you know
Or
what,
they-
guys? Let's just reshoot it in this warehouse.
All it takes is one guy
Yeah.
like me forgot the camera.
Yeah.
Because there's people who pull apart the footage left and right. I'm like, if you guys are right, all you're proving is that the footage is fake. We could have still landed,
Yeah.
and the footage be fake.
I asked my dad about it because I was talking to him about when he was like growing up and shit, and when they went to the moon, he was 15, and he said
Sick.
he has a distinct memory of looking up in the sky and seeing a rocket.
Your dad could also be a plant.
True. He hasn't been vetted yet.
Like, I know you've known him for all your life, and I
Yeah.
know you love him. But if you ever question him, maybe he's an asset. But yeah, like I get that. It might be funny that
There's
there
a lot.
was
There's a lot of dates and times I can't account for.
like Buzz Aldrin get up there like, all right, Buzz, get out the camera, and he's just like patting the sides of his spacesuit, like, guys, you're gonna be so mad at me. But yeah,
I've been that guy.
I just still think it's also hilarious that a monkey and dogs have beat us to the moon. That is so sick.
Wait, really?
I think
Yeah,
that's two space period.
Yeah, I've also thought it was to the moon as well, because Russia and China were sending animals way early into it.
I think there's way better animals they could have taken.
I don't know that
Like
they made
in
it.
rockets or
Monkey,
just
dude.
straight sending the animals into space?
They probably still are, just for shits and giggles.
I think they just yeeted them up there. I don't know. That they, I don't know that they made it to the moon at all.
They got one of those Nerf catapults and just fucking launched a ram up there.
Let me throw me a
That's
fucking
where
howler.
that's where the constellations really came from. It doesn't look like a fucking goat. They just shot one into the sky. It's like Capricorn.
Did they get back okay?
I don't think so.
Sure, Dad. Sure did. Sure did. They came home heroes. They had a ticket day parade for them. Everything. Oh fuck! I think it was. I don't remember if it was the monkeys they sent, or they sent the Russians ones were
The Russians
Belka
sent the
and
dog,
Strelka,
right?
were the name of two of the animals they set up there. Because Dave Janis named his fish after them, and I had to ask what the fuck that meant. He's like, "That's the name of the cosmonaut, like monkey or something." I was like, "Badass, dude."
What is the names again?
Belka and Strelka.
Belka and Strelka. Okay, I'm gonna use those as names. I'm planting trees in my backyard. I planted
Yeah.
one today, and Nilu said, "What do you want to name it?" Because we're
Yeah.
naming all of them. I named it Dennis because I'm going to see Dennis today.
Nice.
And then if you come visit, I'll show you where. I'll show you
Fuck yeah.
Dennis
I'm gonna hug you.
at Tree Dennis.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it is a conifer, so I don't know if hugging will be an enjoyable
Dude,
experience.
I can't
but-
wait to
Matthew
see tree.
McConifer.
I can't. Nice. I can't wait to see Tree Dennis. Dude.
He's so sturdy.
So Helka and Strelka will be the next one, and
Belka.
Belka and Strelka.
Matthew McConifer will be the one
Yeah.
after that, probably.
See, Tree Dennis, it won't have a lot of leaves, but it'll have a sturdy trunk.
Okay.
That's great, dude.
A mighty oak.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like always just weird that like back to like the whole like punk and hardcore thing is like how like I understand like when you're a teenager or in your 20s to when you're in your 40s, 50s, your personality is going to change, but to go from far anarchist, far like liberal to being super conservative, if not pretty much white power, is fucking insane to me. And it's just wild to see it. And it sucks too because you also have to throw away so many t-shirts.
Yeah, I could see that. I also, you know what? I think the groundwork was laid. I think it was. I mean, a lot of these bands, like I don't know, it felt like cop hardcore anyway. Like, cause like so much of the message was just like, you can't sit with us, but it was like said like,
Yeah.
you can't sit with us.
Yeah, it's like a
I'll
mosh
beat
party.
you up for my boyfriend, like that
Yeah.
kind of shit. Nobody wants to admit it, but like
Yeah,
that was like
that's
really what it
pretty
was.
cop behavior.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it is funny.
cops are just glorified gatekeepers, I guess.
It's like we're keeping all the Browns out of the cul-de-sac. You know. But I will say another thing that is wild about the current climate politically is how I don't know if it's like if people are willing to risk their livelihood, their job, to get like say this shit online or in person, or if they just don't actually think that there is consequences to doing shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's either you're extremely arrogant or extremely stupid.
Yeah. I guess, like, there's so many idiots out there who are normalizing stuff, and you get caught up in this web where it's just like, I could totally say that shit. But
Yeah, it's like, he can get away with it. He's a millionaire, and he's like a senator.
mm-hmm.
You fucking mow grass. It's like,
But they have access to the same YouTube
it's true. Very,
and
very,
same
very
Instagram.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Very fucking true. But I'm just sad because a lot of the bands I like, I can't listen to with a straight face anymore, and it makes me really sad.
Yeah, they're just too fucking goofy.
It could be
Sucks.
worse. You could be, like, really into black metal.
Mm.
Because, like, there
Jesus.
probably are people who, like, you know, grew up and, like, don't harbor the views that, you know, I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
they're just like, man, I got nothing. All my heroes have failed me.
Yeah, we're in a genre where
Me and Brent Lafferty talk about
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, like we're in a genre where there's tons of bands and there's always new ones coming up. Whereas like black metal, it's just like
And Bill.
it's like, look, I have to separate the art from the artist. Like, why? Because if I don't, there's only 2 bands left that I can listen to, and but one's mid and one's terrible. Like, I got no other option here.
Adrian has a business model idea. If somebody out there wants to make a lot of money, the database thing.
For black metal bands?
Yeah.
That's a great. If it's going where I think you're going.
Like
with
there
it,
should be an app. You just like scan their face makeup and like it. I
Their
don't know.
face makeup is the QR
I'm
code.
still working that part out.
It's like
Yeah.
a QR
Yeah.
code
That's not
face
bad.
thing. That's great.
Because I used to book in a club, like the in-house booker, and I made the mistake of, like, I don't really know black metal very well. So, like, some people would come to me, it's like, yeah, I got this show, and they tell me the bands, we booked them. Then we get all these emails saying that, don't you know those guys are Nazis? And I was like, I don't know. So I learned very early on, you really have to do your due diligence with the black metal.
They can be really tough
I
to
got
vet.
caught with that shit a bunch too.
So yeah, I didn't have an app for it then. So I had a guy who knew black metal. I just have to send him to him, let him vet the bands for me.
We got a couple of those.
Yeah,
He's
like,
basically your QR code
Yeah.
scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, Steve, Nazi Krieg, Sig Heil, 420. Like, thumbs up or thumbs down.
But
Which
like
one? Yeah.
I'm booking the shows, like I don't want to be a private investigator. Like I'm reading
Yeah.
interviews and stuff to be like, all right, what did this asshole say? What did? They just need to come straight out and give you like ratings, you know, that you can follow for how racist, or if they're into eugenics or whatever their issue is.
If they
Or if
pass the Bill Durant sniff test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They're good.
it's also it's kind of funny. Like that's definitely a thing for black metal fans, and I feel bad for them. But you know how awesome? What if you had to do one with? You have like a database of all the pop punk bands, and it's just to see which ones are sex offenders.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
jeez.
like,
Yeah, that's rough.
shit.
Fucking Megan's Law.
Yeah, right.
Fucking pop punk
Put them
Megan's
into that.
Law.
What's that neighborhood app? The Neighborly or whatever.
Is it?
That one app where it's like you see if there's sex offenders living in your area.
I mean, Megan's Law has
Yeah.
a site for that too.
Just type in like anti-flag or fucking whoever. Just like, oh,
Well, you just look at a Warped Tour flyer from like
Yeah.
10 years ago.
if they're on one, you're like, just assume it.
Spit in the air, it'll land on one.
Play it safe and just assume.
You know, I don't know why he did this exactly, but Tommy, that was in my old band, like when we
Yeah.
would do like weekends and stuff like
Yeah.
that, he'd always open up the Megan's Law website and he'd see like how many sex offenders are in your area, like the place that we're playing that night.
Dark.
And for some
He's trying
reason,
to see what merch to bring. He's just a good businessman.
All he brings is like mid smalls and boy shorts.
And you had those shirts with little kids on them. I remember that shit, dude.
so you know what the highest per capita area was? It was that place that it had the rec center, but it got shut down.
What, in Woodbridge?
No, Virginia, that like Southmore, the rec center in I think it was Fredericksburg, right?
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fredericksburg.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Fredericksburg. So I don't know what's going on in Fredericksburg. It must be something in the water or whatever. I don't
Like, I'd be terrified to do that. I just
You'd
feel
be-
like, it's kind of like
to use
it's
the
horrible.
app, you mean?
Yeah, to be like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm kind of better off not knowing.
Yeah.
You know?
As a non-child, especially.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any reason to be terrified, but it still is like, I don't want to have to go into a show and be like, is he one? I don't know.
Yeah, theoretically, aren't we safer if there's a lot
Yeah.
of pedos around?
Walk me through that.
It's just generally, if they take up a bigger percentage of the people around you, there's fewer people who will fuck with you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you don't have to be faster than the wolf. You just got to be faster than the guy
who's
who's
second fastest.
Faster than a little kid.
Yes, exactly. Just kick that kid to the.
You don't have to be the slowest, but you do.
I don't
have
know,
to
man, because some little
have
kids
to
are
be the
fucking
second
fast.
slowest.
Oh, at this
True.
point, yeah, like all little kids burn. Yeah.
That's probably why every little kid, the first trick they ever show you is like, "You want to see how fast I can run?" And you're like, "You know what, Mikey?
Yes, I do.
That's going to serve you real well in life. Keep at it, kid. Stay off the sugar. Stay lean. You're going to need it in this day and age, kid." It'd be funny. Like that's what I want to do. I want to go to Fredericksburg,
Yeah.
and just go to any little kid and say like, "Look, go home to your mom and dad. Tell them, get out, run. Just look at the horizon and fucking go. And just like don't look back. Leave your toys. You can get more in your new home. Just get out of here."
Kid's like, "Who are you, mister?"
Oh, yeah. Go to Manassas, anywhere. Like Jesus Christ, like just get out of town. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Roanoke, for Christ's sake. Anywhere but here. Go to the beach, for God's sake. Who cares?
Poor Virginia. Well, let's shift to something even sillier than pedophilia. We have a segment on here strictly for first-timers. And we thank Justin and Adrian from MortalGround for coming up. This is 12 of the hardest questions you'll ever be asked. So I want you to mentally prepare yourself for these questions.
Gripping inquiries.
And while we're doing this, plug everything you guys have coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, talk about the fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just announced part of it today. Like,
Oh, yeah, there's 3 days, right?
yeah, we'll announce one show each day, but the main one we did today, it's the one that we're on.
Yeah.
It's, it's Songbird in DC with Year of the Knife, band like Doubt, Gasket, Junkhead, Palau, Ingest from Philly. Then I guess the Sunday show is going to have like No Mas, Coma Mierda.
Oh,
JR,
that'll bring people.
Yeah, Secret Society. They're JR from Next Step Up's new band. Well, not really new. They've been around for a while now. But
Feels like it's a side thing, yeah.
This will be out next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's about next Wednesday.
yeah, so all these shows will be announced by them. Besides that, like we're playing a show in Fredericksburg actually. So
Wearing hockey gear.
on November 1st.
That was fun.
So we're gonna actually check our merch, make sure we got appropriate stuff, so we can really sell it well down there.
If you're interested, hit up Adrian. We have to sell tickets.
Slow.
And by tickets, we mean nephews.
He can't outrun a kid.
Awfully close to Comet Pizza.
And then we're playing with MDC in DC in November 9th. Like those are our last 3 shows of the year: Fredericksburg, MDC, and then the Fest.
I'm surprised MDC's still alive. Actually, that's
Well,
one.
it's really Dave Dichter and like 3 dudes he finds to go on tour. You know, I
Dick
don't-
Dude's got to be 70 by now.
Dichter, God, hardly killed her.
Well, that's also funny. Is like that guy's age are still all about the punk rock ethos and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
That
he's
rules.
completely.
That's rules when you see like a geriatric punk rocker
Yeah,
who's
that's-
still 100% in. You're like,
That's wild.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
This is gripping inquiries for Justin and Adrian from MortalGround. Are you boys ready?
I'm ready if you could give me a Capri Sun. I just want to be prepared, man.
I'll wait till the straw hits the
It's
pouch.
the right move. You did the right thing.
That'd be good on the shirt.
I'll wait till the straw hit the pouch.
Yep.
Is that a Coke reference? Nah, dude, Capri Sun.
Adam,
On a scooter, drinking a Capri Sun.
Adam Friedland was like, I like to puncture them from the bottom. Shut up, dude.
Nothing was worse. You ever like when you try to get in a Capri Sun and your straw would bend?
Oh,
You're like,
and you
son
break
of
it.
Or if
bitch.
it went through the other side.
Ah,
Hated that. Waste of a Capri.
All right, we're
all
ready.
right.
I'm so happy to see
Question
somebody indulging.
number 1. Did you hear Phil Collins died?
No.
That's good because he didn't. Correct answer.
I would be devastated.
Actually, Phil Collins is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that's one of the biggest travesties out there.
That's horseshit.
Is Genesis in there?
No, he's not in there in any way.
What about
Huh.
Super Nintendo?
Fuck yeah. What about Dreamcast? Oh, that was fucking great.
Well done.
Episode title, What About Super Nintendo? Dude,
Over Matthew McConifer.
wonder if Peter Gabriel's in. Matthew McConifer's good. Wonder if Peter Gabriel's in.
That would be a huge slap in the face
if he was and Phil wasn't.
But it would be funny
Yeah.
shit to watch Peter Gabriel just shit talk Phil Collins.
And they're both great, but Phil's
Yeah.
body of work is like.
And they hate each other, don't they?
I think.
I
so,
think
yeah.
they made up
Did they?
because when Genesis did shows in 2022, they played together.
Who played first?
I don't know. Han.
Because whoever played Greedo, whoever played first is the one that's still mad. Question number 2: Isn't it weird when people call their significant other their best friends? I mean, because I don't normally finger my best friend.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like that's your best friend. Like, just fucking. I'll be so pissed. Like, if Matt gets married again, and he's like, "Oh, my wife's my best friend." I'm like, "Motherfucker." I've been here like over 20 years, you fucking dickhead.
I might joke to you.
All this for what?
For what? Your high times, your low times, you son of a bitch.
I've been your best man twice.
No, I never got that promotion.
You fuck.
That's probably why they failed, because I'm fucking sick like that. Here's a real hard one. What was built by Ford, but also built its own social media platform?
I got nothing.
Oh, that would be Mark Zuckerberg. That's fun, right? Mark Zuckerberg? Because Ford makes... I know.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. Wow, what a great audience. What if the T-800 and Skynet got it all wrong and it's actually Fudgment Day that's coming?
I would be unprepared.
I would not. I've been training for this my whole life. I'm like Vanderbeek in Friday Night Lights, dude. I'm fucking ready, dude. Shout out to Fudgment Day. That's my new band. We only play pay to plays though. Shave you up, Zach Oler. This is like kind of like a this is what I want you to do. I want you to picture in your mind a dog smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me the first thought that comes immediately after that.
I picture him taking a shot of whiskey too.
Nice. Adrian?
Wait, what was the question?
Picture picture in your head a dog smoking a cigarette.
Okay, done.
What's the first thought that comes to your head after?
Jesus.
Jesus is correct. Fucking nailed it, dude. That is nuts. He's like, is he just really cool or is he just really stressed? What's going on with his dog, dude?
No, he's not. The smoking school is shit.
It's true. Very true.
No, the dog is definitely cool.
Just chuffing down a dart. Fucking killing it.
Are they lights or menthols or both?
Menthol 100s, dude. They don't fuck around. They've seen some shit. Question number 6. Why don't all those soldiers and tanks just shoot at Godzilla's dick and nuts?
I mean, they understand the weak point, right?
It's enviness.
Oh, you think so?
Enviness.
Like, they always seem to, like, aim, like, right for, like, the fucking spikes on his back and shit. I'm like, go for his dick and nuts. You may not kill him, but at least you'll hobble him a little.
I haven't seen the new Godzillas. Is Godzilla now anatomically correct? Like, is he like fucking?
In my fan fiction, yes. And honestly, it's not that impressive of a piece.
Wait, wouldn't he have a cloaca anyway?
Oh, good fucking point. He would shit and piss out of the same hole. So that's even less things that the guys on the ground have to worry about. Just shoot at the cloaca. Dude, these people, that's why I fucking...
Hell
look,
yeah.
Japan, I love you, but this is why you guys always fucking lose to Godzilla. Stop going up to his head. Ain't small. Go to his dick and nuts.
They're thinking up too high. They gotta bring it down.
I'm doing 5D chess here. I'm gonna save Japan, dude.
I hate facts about lizards.
That is the fucking episode title. Fuck lizards and their facts. Are you guys Metallica fans?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If Metallica's original bassist was super into mug root beer, would he be Cliff Burpin?
See, I thought you were gonna go with Ron McGovney somehow.
Oh, he is before that, right?
Oh.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
God damn it. He got me on a goddamn technicality.
If
Fucking
Metallica,
Ron McGovney.
And Justin just saved it. From death, he pulled it right out of the grave. Do you guys consider yourselves really worldly?
you just earned yourself a second Capri Sun.
That's right.
Does that mean like spherical? Like, what do you mean?
Like, you understand what's going on in the world.
Do you mean?
Does that mean I'm flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
flat and round.
You have an ice wall.
Okay.
Are you fluent in the language Sagandese?
I mean, with one beer, no.
I can speak it, but I can't read it or write it.
Especially
Yeah.
if it's Modelo. Like,
It's true. Only with Mandela when I suck on these nuts. All right. Question number 9. This is a kind of a personal question, so if you don't feel like answering it, I get it. If you had a vagina, how much barbecue sauce would you store in it?
how is that personal?
I don't know how.
I mean, I've seen that on like, you know, stuff I fill out at the DMV. That's like a pretty standard question.
I mean, I keep a bottle of Stubbs in mine at all times.
I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty
You
standard.
never know, when something's going to break out.
See, you used to be able to ask people about how much hot sauce they would store in their vagina
Yeah.
all the time, and then woke happened,
Yeah.
and here we are.
The fucking mind virus, dude.
You know who ruined it?
Hillary.
Hillary with a
Yep.
fucking purse
You know that fucking vagina had 0 barbecue sauce in it.
and that performative clip Yeah.
Not even that fucking those packets of that weird like Chinese mustard. Nothing, dude.
Beat it.
That's why fucking Bill cheated on you.
Beat it, Hill.
Fucking dickhead. Question number 10. This is going to bring you back to the days of yesteryear. Remember those kids who refused to take shits in school, so they spent the whole day grunting like little bears?
I would never associate with somebody like that. If you're not shitting in school, you're not in the club. I'm sorry.
Damn, dude. That's like that Nails album title.
They were like
School, you can't
they
be
were
one
like the
of us.
cleanest toilets.
They are.
I mean, I would respect somebody who shits at school and won't go at home.
True. True. One of the things that blew my mind most, when I was in high school at this point, I saw how the guy, like the janitor, cleaned the toilets. He had a small pressure washer, plugs it into the wall, and just sprayed down the stalls and the toilet,
Hell yeah.
blasting like shit particles everywhere.
Hey, man, there's drains on the
Yeah.
floor for a
I
reason.
just ducked out. I was just like,
That's
all right.
great.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve the janitor.
Should
dude.
have put Pine Sol in there.
Is he the guy on YouTube?
I wish.
Oh.
That same
Because you
Steve?
said Steve, right?
He drank himself to death.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to get so real about it.
R.I.P. Steve.
We're going down to the final two here. Ever see one? Oh, this is speaking of bathroom. Ever see one of those badass dudes who go hands free to urinal?
Oh yeah. You just stand and like go in a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when someone's like, "What's a maverick?" I'm like, "Those guys."
Mm-hmm.
They have hands on hips, dick out, and just fucking go. And you're like, "What?"
Hell yeah.
To be
Real
that,
men of genius.
to be that wild, to be that free. Now, this I know you guys just met Tom, but I want you to throw a little judgment his way. Tom has this dream, and I wanted to know: do you think Tom will ever achieve his dream of eating pussy in Antarctica?
I don't know, man. I never been there.
I assume if he was, his Crocs would be more bedazzled than they are. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
just-
dude. You got to step that up.
Yeah, your Crocs game is kind of weak.
You got a pickup line? Pickup line?
You don't have the Crocs as someone who's going to eat pussy in Antarctica, frankly.
Well, do you think maybe he's like not getting the flair on his Crocs until he eats pussy in Antarctica? Because once you eat pussy in Antarctica,
Is it like a merit badge?
You
Do
deserve a lot
do you
more.
get
Oh,
Do
really?
you get a thing
Yeah.
for that?
Much to think about.
Damn.
yeah, I think like even if you're unemployed, you get a 401k like immediately.
This is why I didn't make it in Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are just my car Crocs. The ones I keep in the car for after work.
It's just so you can eat pussy in a car.
That's right.
in your tiny, tiny Honda. Yeah. Wow. I don't know about you, Tom, but this looks like a perfect fucking score to
It
me.
sure as hell sounded like one.
Holy shit.
They smashed it.
Out of the fucking park into Antarctica, which doesn't really
Beyond the
exist.
ice wall.
Antarctica doesn't exist. It's not a real continent, dude. It's just actually alien space station.
If CDC didn't play there, I'm not going.
Bars. Fucking bars, dude. That'd be funny as shit. Like John Bose, how come CDC never played Antarctica? How do you play a simulation, Dennis? Like, what? How crazy would that be if you're like, because some people believe that the moon is a hologram that's being just put into the sky by whoever. What if it's closer to home and it's actually Antarctica? And Metallica's in on it.
I wouldn't put that past Metallica at all.
Yeah.
Ever since the Napster thing, man.
I would believe like Kirk Hammett and like Hetfield and whoever's on base that day,
Yeah.
but Lars would definitely do some shifty shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You
he was
don't
probably
you
like-
don't trust the
He's probably like,
Dutch,
guys,
dude.
we're gonna go play Antarctica, and like fucking Kirk was like, isn't that like a hologram or something? He's like, oh no. Ask less questions.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Meanwhile,
It's a
that,
trap.
that Samoan bass player's just eating pussy off on the side. Tom's like, I want to be that guy. Oh.
Robert does rock.
Yeah, Robert Trujillo,
Trujillo.
the suicidal tendencies guy. That guy's so good.
Yeah, dude.
It blew my mind that they got him in the band, and like he used to play like 8-string basses to play Metallica songs.
Yeah.
That's
You
fun.
could tell he's the coolest fucking dude in that band,
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
I mean, like, at least to hang out with, you know.
Definitely.
Any-
Definitely the
Any
best
dude that had
thing.
like Swiss Miss braids, I'm instantly like, that guy's fucking cool as
That
shit.
guy fucks.
That guy's cool as fuck, dude. Yeah, he fucking rules. But as we wind down, we have a final segment here that each week, Tom, Mike, and I assign each other a piece of music, a piece of comedy, sometimes a variation of the two.
Did you share it with our guests?
I did.
Nice.
I don't know if they got a chance to get to it. But
I listened to the music.
Good.
this
Yeah,
is
check
called
it out.
this is called homework, and like I said, we get to sign the week before, and we report back on it the following week. And last week's guest was Tommy Loomis
One Tommy Muscles.
of No Solace at No Solace NJ on Instagram. Go check him out. He brought
he brought us 3 records.
He did. He got a little excited. That guy. Hold on, Tom. I got to pull this up. He brought us Ingrown's Idaho. I just wrote this band definitely belongs to the Bad Boys Club. It was an 8.5 out of 10. I liked it quite a bit.
It's a re-listen for me. Sick band, was great again. Did you know the drummer of this band was a guitar player at one point, but in the middle of a tour, their drummer quit. And their drummer had never played drums before and just said, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
Whoa.
And
Damn.
has been the drummer ever since.
Are
Did
they
you
a
know that?
2-piece right now?
3.
They're a 3-piece?
And that was news to me. I thought they were 4 all this time. No, straight up 3-piece. When I played with them, they were a 4-piece.
When I first heard about this band, I thought they were one of those like party thrash bands. It was like the person who told me to check it out was one of those guys who's really into that shit. I was like, I'm not paying attention to this.
They have like the pace of it.
Yeah,
Like
But
their
dude, this
songs, their songs move like that, but they're not.
they're
that at all.
dumb heavy. It's ridiculous.
Your Fault into Dead was a great transition, and 6.5 out of 10. I still prefer Gun, but this is a great logical follow up to
Yeah.
it.
Tommy also brought us Separated, Force Fed Misery. Pretty decent, chunky hardcore, but utterly it's kind of forgettable. I'm still going to check out the next release, though, because it's still pretty cool to listen to.
Yeah, this was from 9 years ago.
I just gave it a 5.5.
I said didn't notice right away, but the first track was kind of long. Good though. If Dennis doesn't like this, he's fired. EP title mentioned twice lyrically. Great, great detail. This album is a victim of could have been better sequencing to me.
Oh, like how the tracks were?
Yeah, I think if they played with the order of the tracks, it would have like sounded better because it didn't have like flow. But it was. I still thought it was very good. 6 out of 10.
Is this band still active? Because I saw that one album on their Bandcamp and it was alone. But sometimes, because of labels and stuff, they can only have certain stuff.
Tommy was saying that they're like back together.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they were gone for like a couple years.
Yeah, because like I told him, like you couldn't go to a show without
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
a Separated T-shirt, and they had a real moment. But I think he said they're back.
Yeah, I checked out their page. Actually, it looked like in 2016 they toured with Year of the Knife, like exclusively.
Yeah,
And Sanction, they were always with them. I think they're from up there.
I'm normally not into the super metalcore, but this was like the perfect, like they knew when to stop and not go too meanly.
Big time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's just that it started to blend together after a minute or two. I was like, eh.
4 songs is all I needed to.
Yeah. He also brought us, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, Nye Harvest.
I think so.
The album's called Hairball.
Mhm.
I'd say musically it reminds me of a more subdued Superchunk meets the Lemonheads. Vocally, it sounds like the third Gallagher brother, the one who's probably easygoing and actually polite.
I wrote that down. That sounds like
Yeah.
Oasis.
That's so funny. One of my notes is this Britpop?
I enjoy
Yeah.
this quite a bit. 9 out of 10.
Wow. I could see our dildo Larry liking this too.
There is a third Gallagher brother. Maybe he's in that band.
Maybe he's
Paul.
the 4th.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shout out
I
Paul,
said
dude.
it's okay if Justice or if Jurdis were from Liverpool, Angel Dust would sound like this. 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. And yeah, just the guy sound like, like he's like the fat Gallagher brother.
Mm-hmm.
Who never like left home and shit. But yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Now let's get into what Michael brought us.
Yeah.
It was a Don't Tell comedy special available on YouTube by a man named Todd Graham, and the special was called Jokes I Found on the Bus.
I'd never heard of this guy before.
Me neither. It was like what, 10, 11 minutes?
11. Yeah.
My favorite parts were I've reached an age where my friends' hot moms are dead, and that's not ideal. That was a great line. I worry about colon cancer because people have been blowing smoke up my ass for years. I gave it a solid 8 out of 10.
I'm pretty much right on there with you. Starting off with cold hard facts is always a plus.
Yeah.
The bus joke was great. The McDonald's delivery joke was great. And why don't you go quiet yourself down to like go beat off?
I'm assuming this guy's Canadian.
He said, "I don't trust physics, but they already know that." Was a great
Psychics.
line. Gender neutral bathrooms joke. I said this was great. 8.5 out of 10. I had a great time. I was expecting like just a couple chuckles, but it had me like like real laugh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he had like a solid like Canadian delivery. He's like, "Oh, hello
Yes.
there." Like that whole fucking.
He reminded me a lot of Greg Warren.
Yeah, only
But-
funny.
Greg Warren is funny.
Now Tom brought us the album Identity from Terminator.
Hell yeah, I did.
This is short. T800 was all like, "I'll be back, and I'm bringing my Ringworm records." And then Sarah Connor was like, "Tight." 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it fucking thoroughly. I thought it was really, really good.
I forgot how great that record
Yeah.
is.
And for some reason, I was geeking on the album art.
Yo, that album art is like got hate when that record came out.
I love it because it's like the sounds like what it sounds like, which is basically a more meathead version of Ringworm, but it's like all like purples and pinks and the thing. I'm like,
it's
nice,
very
dude.
it's very like art grind looking, but it's
It sticks out. Yeah.
I think it's sick.
I like it quite a bit. I like this quite a bit. I thought it was very, very good. I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't check that one out.
No, I was sick. Actually, I was really
hard as
stoked
fuck.
on that one. I was like, I gotta book that band.
They're so.
Where are they from?
I have no clue.
Was it Chicago?
I don't know.
I forget. I saw their band camp, but
Fucking Ant would know.
Which ant?
Parlay,
Oh,
because
sure.
he brought us the demo like a couple appearances ago,
yeah.
and I was like, this band fucking rules.
Do you want to get into what? I
Oh
brought
yes,
to the table there,
and
mister?
you brought us the demo 2024 of Armored Virus. That's Armored with a O-U-R.
Yeah.
I said this is on Bandcamp. The YouTube video links right to it. It's like if Sepultura was a grind band. I thought they were great. It's weird they're from Leeds. I would have guessed somewhere in South America. Oh well, I guess it is Euro. And Sweet Joker laugh at the end. And I just want my phone call. I forgot to give it a number, but I would say at least 7.5.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
that was a D-beat band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dirty bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Like the fart bass. Yeah.
The vocals kind of sound like wraparound glasses yelling at the wife in Home Depot or something like that.
Tight. I know what I'm doing.
I just want my
Nice,
phone
dude.
call.
I love wraparound glasses, dudes. They're so sick.
Croakies.
Now, for us to report back on the following week, Justin, Adrian, give us a record or two that you've been listening to lately. The genre doesn't matter. Year of release doesn't matter. Just something that's been on your playlist the last couple weeks.
It's alphabetical order, so you're going first.
Actually, this week I've been listening to the new AFI record a lot. It doesn't sound like AFI, which is kind of dope in a way. Like, I like new wave and goth and shit like that, and that's pretty much, they just made like a new wave album.
That's right up my anal.
You know what it's
Shit.
called?
Sunset Sales.
It's
it's like one of their titles. I honestly don't remember. Or I've been listening to Czarface, the rap group with I've been obsessed with them for the last year.
It's CZAR SAR, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Czar, like a Russian czar.
Is it two guys? Or is it
It's
just the one
three,
guy?
because it's 7L and Esoteric, and then Inspector Deck from Wu-Tang. Like, I don't like modern rap at all, but these dudes, they sound like 90s rap. Like,
Any
it's,
a record in particular?
honestly, like Czarmageddon, all of their albums
I'll
are
do
Czar
that.
puns. Like Czartificial Intelligence, Czarmageddon,
Dude, I love a good pun.
The
I'll do
Odds
Czar-
Are Against Us.
I'll write down Zarmageddon, sure.
Yeah, that one's dope.
It's actually fun just to type it out. I love when consonants are next to each other.
Yeah.
Justin.
So, like, I wanted to say that I've been listening to Bobby Villain because of, you know, some controversy that he caused recently. And I'm just like, I want to listen to this guy. And I genuinely wanted to, like their music. It's two guys. But I don't, so I'm not going to say Bobby Villain. It's just not
What's
for
the
me.
controversy?
It's just not for me.
Is it
Stricken.
Bob B. Villain or Bob Villain?
Oh, I think
What's the
I-
controversy?
Well, he got on stage.
Or is it Bob Vila?
Okay, I shouldn't be referring to him as one person. The name is obviously a play on Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
but they go by Bob Villain.
Clever.
And he got on stage and said, "Death, death to the IDF." And I'm just like, I want to hear what these people's music sounds
Would
like.
get me paying attention.
And I just wasn't vibing with it. So the thing that I've been listening to the most this month is a band called the Weathermen. They don't exist anymore, but they're a rap group. The one dude from Run the Jewels was in it, and
Killer Mike?
Cage. No, not Mike.
The other guy.
Yeah. Their record might be my favorite rap record, actually. So I would say check that out.
What's it called?
What's it called?
The Weathermen.
It's
I forget the name
self-titled?
of the record. Yeah.
Just pause
Yeah, I got
it
no
for the edit.
no service.
Do you know what year it came out?
Early 2000s, I think.
I'll find it.
We'll pick one later.
I forget how I got turned on to them, but that's a really good record.
You were stoked on the weather.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
I-
it's based on the Weather Underground, which was an actual thing that existed, and they used to call themselves the Weathermen, so they took that name.
I know people that can control the weather.
Sure.
Tommy, you got anything for me this week?
Yeah, I got I have an EP for you to listen to, and you, the royal you, listeners
Yeah.
as well.
Y'all.
The band is called Cancer Void,
Oh.
and the record is First Metastasis. Came into my feed like just randomly.
Metastasis.
ASIS. Metastasis.
I put way more fucking I's in that than I needed to.
There's a hell of a lot of A's
It's
and
true.
S's.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I got for
Actually,
you.
since you guys are throwing out recommendations, who are like the dope hardcore bands from this area in Delaware right now? Like,
From this area right now, Scarab.
Scarab.
heard of them?
Scarab's the best
Scarab
band.
rips.
The best band from this area right now, bar none.
Yeah.
Static Lone is great.
Like, are there any?
I never
young-
heard that name.
Are there any? Yeah, are they young?
It's
It's George from Blacklist's new band.
it's a lot of the guys from Blacklist.
Oh, shit.
It's
yeah.
really fucking good.
The Conspiracy is the name of the Weatherman album. I don't know
Nice.
why I couldn't
The
remember that.
Conspiracy, Gotcha.
Like, do you guys go to shows in like Philly? Is this or
Yeah.
is Delaware just an extension of the Philly scene? Basically?
Pretty much. It's like
Philly-
it's the
yeah.
middle ground between Philly and Baltimore.
Like especially the house I grew up. Like Philly is 30 minutes from here.
What's it called, Justin?
The
The
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. The Conspiracy by the Weathermen.
So like, I've been to a hell of a lot more Philly shows than Delaware shows, and that's partly because Delaware hardcore like has always been like the little brother to Philly,
Yeah.
and there is always a shortage of venues, and sometimes there's people like after the Grange, people weren't booking shows until James did for a couple years,
Yeah.
and then once he like moved to Pennsylvania and stopped booking shows, nobody else picked it back up, and
And the
then-
gaps are never like 6 months.
No,
the
it's
gaps are, like,
years.
years.
Andrew booked
Yeah.
shows for a second. Now
Yeah.
he's taken a step back for now. So, like, I've been frequenting Philly shows since I was 16.
Same.
So
But there's also a really young band
15.
I got turned on to because somebody sent me a video of them covering Dead and Buried. And it's this band from Delaware called X Apathy X.
Huh.
They're very, very young kids, but they're like super passionate. The music's pretty fucking heavy.
Hell yeah.
Did they cover the hit?
Yeah, they did cover the hit. They covered Long Shot. But yeah, I'm stoked on them because they just seem like they got their heads on straight. They're like, they're just really, really cool.
Could
No
somebody
horseplay.
cheat? Could you call your band X Metallica X, and would that be fine?
Bands have
That
done
might
that.
be really
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, what about there's that band ACXDC?
XDC, they're
Yeah.
huge. Though.
Here's a fun Metallica fact. James Hetfield has a straight edge tattoo.
He does.
This is a
On
real
his-
thing.
on his hand.
So he might change their name to X Metallica X.
Tight. Oh, this is what I got for you guys this week.
Yes.
I got 2 records for you. They're both brand new records. One is a band called Planet on a Chain, and the album is called Ritual Routine.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool releases, and the art's always really bitchin' too. And this is an also great band name, the Sissy Boys. And the album is called Let's Party. And yeah, these are the 2 newer records that I've been jamming. But that's
Interesting.
all I have this week.
Yeah, I think same. Besides patreon.com/IRRANDILL. for the low price of $3 a month. Not only will Mike Murrow mail you a case of Rap Snack, not a bag, a case of Rap Snacks, but there's double the podcast. There's episodes every week on Mondays, and there's a fucking huge backlog of shit. Like we've done like road pods, we've done
getting drunk playing Guess Who.
We've done games and
Yes.
fucking. There's always more shit
Yeah.
down the pike.
Or just do it to support the boys.
Yeah, there's that too.
And anybody listening, if you like
If
what you
you're
hear, show it to a friend. Share the clips online. Check out all the bands that we bring on, especially MortalGround, and just do your best to support all your locals. We thank Justin and Adrian for making the drive and coming hanging out with us. Boys, we
Yes.
love you. You're welcome back anytime.
Yes.
We will see everybody next week. Tommy, hit that intro.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Oh yeah, yeah. I miss you every single day. Why must my life be feel so long? I love you more than I can say. Thank you.